Welcome race fans, I'm Tom Spanners Watson.
And I'm Frank the Guru Gibbs.
And welcome to a very special event, Mustang Memorial Tournament qualifying round at the brand new Helix 2.0.
That's right, we wanted to do something a bit special for this one, so we're starting with a qualifying round. We don't normally do it, and for something a little bit different, we thought we'd do it on the brand new Helix track. So even though we're going to be running two drivers at a time, they're competing for time, so it doesn't really matter who wins.
So looking at the course, they come down into the first turn where the tracks separate, they come down over the first jump, then you'll see this time there's a much longer run to the second jump before they go through the under-over section, and then this time there's no jump in the second part, but there is still a double helix through and then an open track finish. Now we haven't put the water in this time, but that will be there for the rally.
That's right, and if you haven't seen the rally competition, the driver call is open currently, but spaces are filling fast. So I think there's only about 2 or 3 left in both Group A and Group N, so you want to get over and check that out.
Alright, let's crack into it with the first drivers. We've got Daddy G in the right lane, Dick Turpin in the left. Now, big thank you to all of these drivers. Every one of them is donated to Hospice New Zealand. Hospice New Zealand looked after someone close to us when they passed away last year. We wanted to support them.
Now, look at this. Daddy G there, the bonnet of his Mustang, for some reason he hasn't clipped the hood down. He's really going to want to sort that out.
Yeah, that may have been why he crashed there. It looks like it bounced up in front of him as he's heading towards the finish. Alright, so they flip lanes and they get ready to go again.
I just love all these old Mustangs, they look so good.
Dick Turpin takes the inside this time. And that 71, and he's rolled it. Daddy G races down to the finish for a fast time, a 7:02 there. That was actually his best time by the look of it.
But Redline Salvage Inc. there, Dick Turpin unfortunately just bounced up, got a bad bounce after that first jump, rolled it onto his roof. So he'll go through with a qualifying time of 7:57.
That's right, if they DNF, they just take the best time out of the 2 runs. Okay, next up we've got Mrs. Zombie in the left lane, James Sterling in the right. Old versus new Mustangs here. Sterling out quick, but here comes Mrs. Zombie with a huge burst of speed, races down to the finish for a fast time of 7:07. Sterling coming in a little bit slower there at 8:17. Oh, and no wonder he's hit something at the bottom of the track there.
The track crew have been working really hard on it, but they've only just finished it, so there might still be a couple of minor tweaks. It'll be something we'll be pointing out to them.
Well, nothing in the Canyon is perfect, but that's just how we like it anyway. Wow, Mrs. Zombie out very fast. Oh, James Sterling crashes. So maybe it wasn't the track that was the issue, maybe it's his driving.
Yeah, that was disappointing. He just had no get up and go there. Looked like he may have just pulled back, hit the brakes as he's heading into that one. But Mrs. Zombie flying ahead there. Top track time for her of 7:07, and James Sterling top time of 8:17.
So Jimmy John and Mad Carthos. Jimmy John driving the Venom Mustang, which we know is fast. He comes down to the finish, 7:22, so not a bad time, but I was expecting that thing to be a bit quicker.
Oh, and look at that wreck. Now for the qualifying, if they cross the finish line on their roof, that's fine. It's just a qualifying time.
So they switch lanes. Jimmy John goes to the right lane this time.
Let's see if Mad Carthos can do a bit better this time.
He's out fast again, but they catch up. Oh, this is a close one. Jimmy John just takes it.
They were very close there coming through that second part of the Helix. I was quite surprised.
Jimmy John 7:17 and Mad Carthos 7:30 as we go to Scooter Brownwell and the Zombie this time.
I presume the Zombie is the other half of Mrs. Zombie.
Yeah, I'd say that's a fair bet, mate.
These two looking pretty even at this point.
Scooter Brownwell takes the first one to the 7:12. The Zombie with 7:27.
I was expecting a bit more out of that 67 Eleanor Mustang. Maybe he needed a better flame job on it.
Alright, so they switch lanes. Scooter Brownwell in the left lane this time. Zombie out quick. Heads down. They get to the under-over. Scooter Brownwell jumps ahead. Oh! And the Zombie bails right at the end of the second Helix part there.
There's definitely something going on with that part of the track, but it's not affecting everyone, so it must just be to do with each driver just taking a bad line. Yeah, look, he just ping-ponged himself right at the end there by the look of it and just flipped himself over.
DNF means Zombie finishes with 7:27 and Scooter Brownwell is 7:12 as we go to Shelby Mays and Hall then Sung.
quite a difference in ride height between these two. It'd be interesting to see if it makes a difference.
Oh, Shelby with a huge burst of speed there. Races down to the finish. Oh, and a sub 7 second time. That is crazy fast.
Yeah, she just floored it through there. Now, interesting, this is actually an RTR Mustang. Now, we thought this was a custom Mike Mays RTR Diecast Racing League, but it's actually Vaughn Gittins Jr.'s car, which also happens to be RTR. How classic is that?
All right, so Shelby off again. Oh, gets a little bit held up going through the under over. Oh, but gets ahead of Hor Then Sung right at the end.
She gets held up here. Hor Then Sung gets a good car length on her. But look at the pace of this boss car. It is flying down there.
So Shelby leading the way currently with an excellent time of 6.4. That's going to be a tough one to beat. And then Hor Then Sung 7.25. So now we've got Idiot Luggage and Comp Killer. Comp Killer in that Fox body Mustang.
Idiot Luggage, of course, the winner of the inaugural rally at the Canyon. It'd be interesting to see if that experience pays off for him tonight.
Well, apparently not, because Comp Killer just took that one out. Idiot Luggage coming in a close second.
So Idiot Luggage with an 807 there. But Comp Killer, not bad, 7.42 as they switch lanes.
Okay, they get ready to go again. Comp Killer out fast. Ooh, almost loses it there. Idiot Luggage gets the jump on him in the second half. Races down to the finish. This time picks up a 7.52. Comp Killer a disappointing 8.1 that time.
Comp Killer, of course, doing very well in the GT Manufacturers Cup. Maybe road track's more his style.
Okay, next up, we've got Deluxe Diecast Racing, Fractal Panda and Kappa Deluxe. Fractal Panda out fast, nicely through the second Helix. Oh, and a fast finish there from Kappa Deluxe. A 7.1 and a 7.45 there, respectively.
Yeah, Fractal Panda with a very nice drive there. He's looking pretty sharp. Let's see how he does on the outside lane this time.
That's right, the drivers switch lanes, get ready to run down for second time. They feed it some jandal and get underway.
Pretty even. Oh, they even up coming through the under over. Fractal Panda takes it again though. Very nicely done.
Yeah, Fractal Panda was ahead there, but then slowed right down through the under over section. And I thought that Kappa Deluxe was going to take him, but a nice run there, and then shuts the door on him, which is a bit rough in a time trial, but he did manage to cross the line, which is more than some did. So Fractal Panda best time 7.1, Kappa Deluxe 7.22. As we go to race number 8, we've got Bochet and Big Al. They take off through the first Helix.
Big Al and Bochet racing down. Bochet with a fast run there, 7.07, good time. Big Al 7.55.
Quite a clean run from both drivers. Bochet with a nice run from that left lane. See how he goes on the outside. Out very fast again.
He's certainly giving it the beans there, really trying to push for a good time.
A little bit of a slowdown into the under-over section. Oh no, he rolls it. He manages to cross the finish line in a 7.25. But man, he was flying there. If he hadn't have clipped the side, he may have even gone sub 7. I don't know.
Yeah, it was pretty close, but it was an impressive roof slide. I mean, that's commitment. If you're going to roll it, let's slide to the finish at least.
Okay, so Bochet finishes best time is 7.07. Big Al 7.55. Now we go to AB and Doug Gnarly. AB out very fast. Looking to challenge Shelby Mays. Ooh! 6.5, only just behind Shelby.
That was an absolutely blistering lap. Just fraction of a second behind Shelby. Very nice run. And he did it on two wheels. Imagine if he was flat through there. That would have been impressive.
Okay, Doug Gnarly. Now, Living Diecast are also part of the DIRS, so make sure you check out their channel. AB races ahead again. Is he going to go sub 7?
Oh, he's looking quick.
No. 7.27. It looked really fast, but he's actually a little bit slower this time.
Yeah, he looks like he got quite a bad bounce there. Went up on the side of the track and that just slowed him down a bit too much. But still, whoa. And Doug Gnarly getting gnarly through the end of the second Helix. Gnarly by name, gnarly by nature.
Okay, now we go to Big Sam and Luap Knips. Two old school Mustangs. I love that Golf livery.
Yeah, she's a tidy looking beast and it's quick by the look of it. Oh, both drivers pretty good there. A 7.25 for Big Sam and a 7.32 for Luap Knips.
Great looking cars.
They certainly are. They switch lanes. Big Sam, see what he can do from the inside. He's out very quick.
Yeah, he's off. Oh, but he slowed down there. They even up. Luap Knips gets in front. Takes the faster time this time, but it was slower overall. So Big Sam will finish with a 7:25. Luap Knips a 7:32.
What was it that slowed Big Sam down there?
So he just slid sideways into the wall there.
Yeah, it was a bit of a bad bounce, and then he just didn't seem to be able to recover, but he did post a good time first up. That'll be the one that he goes through with.
Okay, next lot we've got Serrano Buckminster and Hames Junt.
Do you think that's meant to be James Hunt? Did you mistype it?
No mate, that was exactly as it was entered on the competition.
Well, just as well, because it looks like it's meant to be James Hunt and you'd switch the letters. I mean, imagine if his first name was Cam.
Whoa, okay. Hames getting a bit of a drift after that jump, smashing off the side of the track. Can't really recover, but Serrano Buckminster, very nice there. Clean down to the finish. 7:57 and an 8:15. They go again, switch lanes.
Let's see if they can put a bit more pace in it this time. Give it some more beans.
Serrano out quick. Oh, bad bounce there. Hames gets out nicely through. Oh, and Serrano Buckminster pulls up short. That's a DNF.
Yeah, not quite sure what happened there. Hames was getting a little bit loose, but not as bad as Serrano Buckminster there. Just ping-ponged himself around and just made a bit of a mess of it right at the end.
All right, the last two, Canadian Stig and Keys. Canadian Stig flying there. He's going to take on Shelby Mace. Ooh, 6:55 and Keys goes over.
He probably should have his keys taken off him. I mean, that was a shocking bit of driving. But of course, quite a few drivers managing to do that tonight.
But Canadian Stig, this could actually be a Stig in there. I mean, that was an impressive time. Oh, we knocked the camera there. Hope Dave remembers to reset it.
Well, you know Dave, mate, he's probably off getting a coffee or one of Granny's muffins.
Well, it could be. Alright, so they switch lanes. Canadian Stig takes the right-hand lane this time, and hopefully Keys has managed to shake off those first-run jitters and is going to post a better time. And off super fast, looking very consistent. Races down through the second Helix. Whoa,
What the-
did he get up on two wheels there?
I don't know, mate, that happened so fast, but whatever he did, it's still a flat 7 time. But look at this. He bounces up, bounces off the billboard in the air, blazes down here. This dude was absolutely flying.
He certainly was.
And imagine if he hadn't clicked the wall, what sort of time he would have posted.
Oh, Dave, what are you doing? You didn't reset the camera. We missed what happened.
Well, we'll have to go back to Chase Cam to see it. Holy smokes, he did a full barrel roll.
Man, I thought he just went up on two wheels. That was incredible.
To hit a flat 7 time and have done a barrel roll at the bottom of the second Helix. That car is crazy fast.
Wow, so definitely the most consistent, doesn't have the fastest time, but if you combine both, that was definitely the fastest run of the night. Okay, let's have a look at the overall standings. So here you go, here are your top 12 drivers based on their best time.
There's some great races there and only 3 drivers in a sub 7 second time. It's going to be very interesting to see how they go on the actual Canyon track.
And here are the rest of the drivers rounding up the field.
So just to reiterate, the actual racing will be 6 cars at a time, racing on the traditional Canyon track. We just wanted to do this as something special.
And again, a huge thank you to all of these drivers for supporting Hospice New Zealand. And if you want to support Hospice New Zealand, there's a link for a donation in the description. Thanks very much for watching. I'm Tom Spanners Watson. He's Frank the Guru Gibbs. We'll see you for the racing next week.